Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is the first pick a card Reiki reading that I'm doing. If you don't know what a Reiki reading is, I don't actually even know what it is either. I love doing tarot and oracle and all of that, but I find that the messages I get downloaded, I just prefer those messages. When I actually do a reading, I feel like we miss out on things. Like, I don't know, for some reason a lot of people are really talented and they can channel and do the cards. I get tunnel vision a little bit when I do only the cards. So I like to just keep myself open as the channel and just let whatever your spirit guides want you to know. And I do feel for a lot of you, it's something that you're missing, you're not seeing, okay? Not for everybody, but I do feel that that's a thing. So I'm gonna show you the piles that you can choose from. I'm going to use those cards as just a diving board, and then I'm going to do my Reiki reading for the rest of it. So you'll see when you get in there, it's the same as a card reading. It's just that I'm not looking at cards. I'm just getting specific channeled messages from your spirit guides, and obviously I'm using Reiki. So you'll receive a little bit of a healing as well. Don't forget, this is a divination tool. It's just for entertainment purposes. Don't make life decisions based off of what random people on the internet are telling you. You are in control of your destiny always. So if you watch this and you're like, oh, it's your prerogative, and you don't have to do. Nothing is set in stone. You always have a choice for everything. Okay, so here are the piles you can choose from.
All right, so here are the 3 piles that you can choose from. Go ahead, close your eyes for a second, meditate, just see which one your heart is drawn toward, your energy is drawn toward. You can take as much time as you need. Go ahead and pause the video. And then when you've made your selection, you can go to the description box and find the timestamp for your pile, and I'll see you there.
If you chose pile 1, this is your reading. Welcome. And I'm really excited. I peeked at the cards already. I'm really excited to be here with you and give this message. So we have 2 cards, and these are from the Astro Soul Oracle deck. So we have Cancer. Doesn't necessarily mean you are or have Cancer placements, but it's more the energy of it. Although if you are a Cancer or you have Cancer placements, that's awesome. And then we have Vesta. Now, Cancer energy. So there's, as a Cancer myself, there are so many facets to this energy. What I am locking in on right now with you is the aspect of Cancer that is repetitive, that is sometimes homebody, and this isn't you. I'm painting the whole picture here. Sometimes homebody, but just this feeling of sometimes Cancer energy can get stuck in a certain pattern and repeat it over and over and over again. And there isn't this like fire to bust through it. So that's sometimes the downfall of Cancer energy. Vesta is purification. So Vesta is the goddess of the hearth, and it's like purification and devotion and honoring powerful creative energies, honoring the sacral. This is very attached to Scorpio energy of just like diving into like deep sacred creative practices and other rated R practices that I will not discuss on YouTube, that help you transform and create in really deep and powerful ways. So the fact that we have both of these cards, okay, what I'm feeling, and it's so strong, and pile 1, I'm so excited for you. Okay, so let me get into my whole thing here now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start talking, I promise. So you have I'm so excited for you. You have some type of karmic lesson. Okay, if you're unfamiliar with karmic lessons, it's a pattern. Okay, a karmic lesson is a pattern. So you're some type of toxic behavior that you have, or you're drawn to a certain toxic behavior, or just something that, and karma, it's not like karma is bad, right? Inherently, karma is the process of giving and receiving, is the process of cause and effect. Okay, so that Cancer energy is you forever. I feel like this is literally from like childhood, some lesson, some pattern. And I feel like you've even brought it on, like your parent, maybe one or both of your parents also suffer from this pattern. And it's like, it feels like it's from birth. It feels like you really didn't even have, it wasn't even nurture, it was nature at that point. It's so deeply woven in the DNA. And this pattern, now for a lot of you, let me get back into my Reiki. For a lot of you, I do feel like this has to do with who you're attracted to, who you're drawn to, okay? So a lot of you could be single and like almost ready to meet your person, or maybe you are about to break up with someone. Like, I don't know, you know, it's your life. But it feels like you're really understanding right now, oh my God, that's the lesson, that's the pattern. Dang, like that's what it is. And I'm finally understanding it. You're finally understanding it. You're finally getting it. And so it's not exclusively relationship, but I do feel for a lot of you, it's this, because it feels like, so it can be creation in whatever way. You could also be someone who like a chronic procrastinator, or you're drawn to substance abuse, right? Some type of like really toxic pattern. It feels like it really hurts you. And it's I feel like you are frustrated and you are like, I need to kick this. How can I kick this? But for a lot of you, I think it's like drawn to a certain type of person who's not good for you. And it was like, it's almost like you chased that archetype's approval, because maybe at some point that kind of archetype rejected you, or maybe that resembles one of your parents or whatever. I don't know. I'm not getting exactly like what it is, because this is a general reading. But your spirit guides need you to know that you are understanding this, and this is happening, and this is getting kicked to the curb. And I'm feeling from you I can't believe, like, I'm finally getting this and I'm finally here. Like, I feel like you are crossing over. I feel like you're literally climbing K2, you're climbing Everest, and you're like literally almost there. It's right there. And your guide turns to you and they're like, hey, like we still have a ton of time. Like, we have plenty of time to get to the peak and come back down. Like, let's go. Let's take some pictures. It's like that, you know? It's not like, oh shoot, we're almost at the peak, but like it's gonna be a storm, so we gotta turn around. It's like it's right there. You can just victory walk to the finish line. So if you are single or you're like just broken up, if you're in some sort of place that your love life is kind of uncertain, I do just want to tell you that you like big thumbs up from spirit guides, big thumbs up. Like, you're doing it, and all you have to do is just continue to recognize that pattern and trait in people. And I am also getting a message. Okay, again, this is only like if you're single / looking, that there may be a few more like people who hit on you or whatever who like aren't it. But they're saying just keep rejecting them. Like keep understanding, nope, I can see that from a mile away. That's a pattern I don't like. Maybe you go on a few dates with them and like that pattern is in them too, okay? Now, there also is a message, communicate. Because some people, this message isn't for everybody, but for some of you, you're not good communicators. Especially Cancer energy. Cancer energy is not a good communicator. Unhealed Cancer is not a good communicator because the feelings are so strong and the fear of rejection is so strong that you just don't even want to speak. You just want to like get out of the situation as fast as you can. So if that's you, I see you. I'm that way too. And so when we heal ourselves, then we push ourselves to communicate. So you could say, you can just call it out, you know, how do you feel about that? I noticed that you kind of said this, and it's in your head, you're like, which is like every single toxic ex has like had the same pattern, and give them a chance, you know, maybe they're in their stage of healing where they're trying to change too. So you may call them out and they may actually take accountability and say, I know I do that. And you're right. Thank you for calling me out, because I really like don't want to be doing that anymore. It could be like that. Now, I feel like most of you, that's not the message. Most of you, it's like, just keep watching the patterns and keep like pushing out of the way what's not for you so that you can bring in what is for you. But look at how close my hands are together. So when I do Reiki readings, if you see my hands out, I don't want to actually move it because I'm actually holding the thing. But if you see my hands out really wide, it means this is humongous, like urgently, we need to do something about this. See how close my hands are together? That means this is really close to being fully healed. Well, as close as it can be, right? We're always healing and growing. But this is really close to being understood and integrated. So I just want to like give you that applause. And so now what I do, now that we've gotten the full message here, I infuse Reiki in that little ball until I feel my hands wanting to come closer together. Oh, there's one thing left in there though. Let's hear it. Don't give up on yourself. Okay, this is a message from your spirit guide. I'm just going to say it word for word. Do not give up on yourself. This has been hard for you. These lessons have been so hard for you. You have come a long way, and you have gone through failure, after loss, after dismay. You may feel alone. You may feel like there is no hope, that nothing is going to happen from this, that you've come already so long, or you're already so old, or et cetera, et cetera. It's not true. Those are mind's games. Those are games of the mind. Okay, I can't do it word for word anymore because this, let me tell you about this spirit guide. This is not a spirit guide that speaks words. And even as I was trying to talk with them through me, they were like, I don't know how to use this machine. So let me just give you the feeling instead here. It'll be a little easier. So the feeling they're getting, this is humongous energy, you guys. I can't tell you how much humongous energy this is. So the tiny piece that is causing me not to be able to close my hands right now is this feeling of, you feel like you want to give up. Like you feel like maybe you were about to give up before you watched this reading. Like you're just like, screw it. You know, if it is about dating, you're like, I hate everybody. Like everyone sucks. I don't even want to do this anymore. Just be alone forever. Or your career, you know, your project, maybe you have a business and it's not going very well. Or maybe like you're in your career and you like hate it now. And you're like, what is my purpose? You know, like whatever the thing is that you're seeking right now, it's also seeking you, but you had your blinders on. Okay, this is just straight up. You had your blinders on and you didn't see what was right in front of you for a lot of you. And they're saying, you know, you don't see when you think that toxic thing, when you think you deserve that toxic thing, when you don't have that enough powerful self-love to say, actually, I don't deserve this, then you accept what's not good for you, even though you don't like it. And that's how you get caught in, that's that Cancer energy I was saying, like getting caught in that cycle. And now you're breaking free from it. You are recalibrating your entire DNA. I need you to understand, like your body, your brain, you are recalibrating everything right now to change this. And so you have to just keep going because you're literally so close. Okay, you're so close. So now I'm going to give more Reiki to that. So what I'm giving to you right now, what I'm giving to you all right now is Reiki healing to keep going and to know that, yes, and to know that you deserve this, because I'm telling you, this thing that's coming in that has been this toxic, huge toxic pattern, you know what this is. You know what this is. And this huge toxic pattern, it's like your wildest dreams. I'm telling you. And I hate to like butter people up because I love like digging into people's souls and being like, this is what you're doing wrong and this is what you're doing wrong. So the fact that I'm like just hyping you up this much means this is huge, like so huge. And it really, I'm telling you, this is like, if it's a person, it's like better than you could have ever expected. If this is a career, better than you ever could have, like perfect. If it is career, I'm feeling like you didn't even know this kind of thing existed, you know? So dive into, okay, so just some takeaways here. They're saying to you, you need to just don't abandon yourself. Stay with the feelings, stay with the sadness that has come from this, the loneliness, the frustration, the angst, all that has come from this. Stay with it, sit with it. Don't reject that. Don't try to go into a toxic positivity mindset. Just sit with it and just be real and just see like, you know, I've had this pattern forever. This is like a generational thing for me. And I'm finally breaking free from it. And I'm feeling so good about that. Just give yourself like a round of applause, pat on the back. Like that's what you need. That is the gasoline that will get this going. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let me feel Cancer Fest. I want to see if there's, oh, pile one. I love ya. Oh my gosh. This is so, there's one more message here. All right, let me load her up. Come on. Ooh, fire. Oh my gosh. You guys, okay. Oh. Okay, now listen. I feel like a lot of you watching this right now, at some part of you, like the fire is not there. Okay? You need to summon within. They're saying to you, look at your, like, if you have any fire placements in your chart, call upon, like, summon that fire energy with it. Like, we're all made of every zodiac sign, okay? We all have all of them in us. So, like, fire signs, even like light, Vesta. Oh, I hate to move my hands like that. Ugh, I can't do that. It feels physically weird to do that when I'm holding the energy. But the Vesta card, if you saw it, hearth, fire, and I don't know if this is related, the person who made those cards, but it really reminds me. My family's lineages were Zoroastrian, and we're all about fire. Always lighting fires. We feel like having a fire. You have to have a fire lit all the time because that's like inviting in whatever word you want to say, God, Ahura Mazda, spirit, source, like whatever word you want to say. We are like inviting that energy in to be with us and to commune with us. And I just feel like you need that. I feel like you have forgotten, oh, this is what it is. Oh, my hands are on fire. You have forgotten that you co-create with a force that is greater than anything you can possibly imagine. You feel like you're all on your own. You feel like you're doing this absolutely alone. You feel like there's no one here to help you. There's no, like, I almost feel like you feel like you've been abandoned. Like, yeah, like somewhere in you, like source abandoned you and you're on your own, and oh, it's getting bigger. And that it just couldn't be further from the truth. And I've also been there. So I know firsthand that when someone says, no, that's not true, you're like, okay, shut up, So I don't want to say that to you because I don't want you to be like, ugh, I know, but I don't feel it. All I want to say to you is if you don't believe that Source has your back right now, guess what? Source doesn't give you these things anyway. Source is a tool. You're the creator. You are the master of your reality. So if you don't believe that Source is going to come out of the sky and like poop a rainbow and then there's your dream right there, well, that isn't how it's going to happen anyway. So that's fine. Feel it inside you. I'm telling you, light a candle, get some incense, whatever you love to smell, and just like commune with yourself in devotion to yourself and devotion to your lessons and devotion to your own life, because we need that spark to come back. If that spark doesn't come back, I'm telling you, this thing is going to get stalled. You're going to get it no matter what. It's written in the stars, but why not have it sooner? So just take it off layaway, pay it in full, and just have it right now. You know what I'm saying? So just to tell you how to, it's already coming back together. Oh, amazing. Okay. So light the candle, be with yourself, love yourself. I know this is like cheesy, but even like hug yourself and give yourself love. That's literally source energy. That is source energy incarnated in a human being, is just absolute self-compassion, self-reverence, self-devotion. It's not some God in the sky that's like granting miracles and then condemning people and whatever. Like, that's not what's happening here. It's in all of us. We are that energy incarnate. So let yourself commune with that energy, become that energy. Oh, it won't close. What else? Be the master. You be the master. Like, you be your own master of your reality. You be the creator. I'm getting huge Hierophant and Emperor combined. Oh. Because Hierophant I see as like the knowledge, and Emperor I see as like the muscle, like it's both like very similar, but I just feel like it's both of those energies combined. It does feel very masculine, in that, sometimes I don't like to put it in like masculine, feminine terms. So let me say like yin, yin energy is more like that softer energy, but we need yang. You need yang energy, hardcore, okay? You need fire. So bring the fire. It's okay. It's okay. You just unleash yourself, okay? In whatever way that means for you. Like, look around as you're walking through your life, unleash yourself in whatever way you want. Say whatever you want. I'm going back to that Vesta card with creation, Speak your mind, and that's sacral energy. So be yourself. Show your true self. Look at me. I'm not wearing any makeup right now, okay? There's nothing wrong with makeup, but today I wanted to like show my absolute authentic self, so I didn't wear any makeup. And now I'm feeling like this is coming back full circle, like for something for me to say to you, which is like, I'm not saying you have to do that, but just be seen. Be seen, however that feels for you. There's one more message in here because it still won't close. What is it? Don't let anyone, okay. So a few of you are also like really caring what other people think. Let me see what there is about this. Yeah, I'm just hearing like a lot of you have a lot of people in your head, and you either are like your worst critic ever, or it's actual people who like you have in mind that you're like, oh my God, if I shine, then that person's gonna say that, and that person's gonna say that, or whatever, And it's like they're still caught in that fake world of like trying to get validation through other people. This is your entire mission and goal, that your reward, whatever thing I saw at the beginning of this reading, you only get there through authenticity. And the reason why it's so fantastic is because you are going above and beyond, and you're pushing through the matrix, as they say. You're pushing through that and becoming your greatest and brightest self. Oh, it's so close. You're becoming your greatest and brightest self. It's like, screw them, And I feel like some of you are in circles where there's a lot of like fakeness going on. Maybe they're really gossipy, very like obsessed with like reality TV and like talking about celebrities and like, I don't know, just sort of like surface, and that's all fine and good, but maybe you're not that anymore. And maybe you're wanting to be more I'm seeing like they're showing me images of a bunch of people like taking selfies and like really like being on social media, and you're like, I kind of want to like lay in the grass, like it's just something like that. Again, nothing's wrong with any of this. It's just, if it's not in alignment for you anymore, then there is something wrong with it for you. So just, they want to tell you like, that's what it is, because it just closed. They want to tell you, get rid of those people. Now, you know who I'm talking about, okay? So it's not like get rid of all your friends. It's people who make you feel alone will promote you feeling alone. So if you would like to feel not alone and you would like to feel connected, then you need to be around people who make you feel connected. You need to be in a career that makes you feel connected. You need connection in your life. So let go of anyone or anything. Obviously make a plan. I'm not saying like quit your job with no money or anything like that. You're in control of your destiny. Be smart, but just be mindful of things that are draining your energy versus filling up your cup, okay? Just start becoming really, really aware of that. One more thing's opening here for me to say to you. Man, you guys are not in touch with your spirit guides. And I know that because these messages are coming in like one after another one. I feel like you are in touch with yourself. I feel like you're self-aware, but I don't feel like you work with spirit guides that often. And I think you need to start. Or maybe you have and like you kind of like dropped off the bandwagon or something. But like this energy, this behavior is spirit guides that have been ignored. I think you know who they are and you're in touch with them, but you haven't been doing your they just wanted to yell at you. You haven't been doing your due diligence. Okay? Oh my gosh. Wow. So again, I love this deck. I love when they like are shimmery like that. And gold and royal blue. I mean, who doesn't love that combination? So, or navy blue, is that? Anyway, this has been your reading pile 1. I hope you love it. Please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment. Please engage with it, because I don't know if I'm going to do this long term. It's really going to depend on how much engagement the videos get, because like I'm like, are you out there? Is anybody out there? So please engage with it. Really helps me emotionally too. I like to hear from you guys. I like to stay connected also. So I hope you had a great time with me. I had a great time with you, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and link below if you want your own private Reiki reading. Okay, so we do it. This is the exact way it is. So if you want your own Reiki reading like this, the link is down below. Okay, bye. Pile 2, welcome to your reading, what your spirit guides need you to know. This is going to be, I'm going to just say this right away. And if I say this and you're like, no, that's definitely not me, then maybe this isn't your pile. So first of all, the card you got was Uranus. Okay, do we just say Uranus because we don't want to say anus? Or is it Uranus? You know what I mean? I don't know the answer to that. Okay. Innovation, discovery, individuality, technology. So, this is the Astral Soul Oracle deck, if you're wondering. So as I was shuffling the cards to figure out what the piles were going to be, the pile 1, pile 3 came out crisp, clear, like that's the message. Pile 2, you came out, it took me a really long time to get your pulse, to get a hold on you, which is weird for me because I've been doing this like a really long time and usually that's pretty easy. And so I started to get this feeling about you, or for pile 2, that I almost feel like you're two people. Like you're the person who you are inside who has like, it's just, that's your like powerful, authentic self. And it's powerful. It's so powerful. And that I'm looking at you right here. That's why I'm looking over here. And then I see the outer exterior of you is different than that. It's almost like, I don't know, I feel like for a lot of you, you've had to be someone else a lot of your life. Like you've had to wear a mask. You've had to, and it's like to fit in, but it's to fit in with what you think it should be, what you think you should be. I think, it doesn't feel like you're obsessed with like what all these people think about you, or maybe some of you it is that, but I feel like it's more you. Like you are really hard on yourself and you force yourself to be things that you don't need to be. I'm going to get my Reiki for the rest of this. So, and just sit with it, because I feel like sometimes like I used to be like this, and if someone would have told me that, I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Come on. Come into the hands. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I just keep feeling like you wear a mask. And that's why it's so hard for me to like get a pulse on you, because I don't know what the real you is either, you know? And when I feel into you, this is what I feel for you, is that your okay, spirit guides are coming in too. Okay, so spirit guides wanting to say here that it's time to take off the mask. It's time to unzip the character. You're not a character. You are a person. And there are, word for word, what I'm hearing is there are a lot of aspects of your personality that have served you, but now are hurting you. And what's so interesting about you is that I'm completely relying on your spirit guides to tell me what's going on right now, because I cannot tap into you. Like when I tap in, it's like suddenly you shift, and then I try to like get a pulse on you again, and then you shift that way. So I wonder if a lot of you, it's hard for you to let people see the real you. And it's scary for the real you to be seen. I almost feel like, you know, people say that like 3D is kind of like a video game. And I feel like you are the number one player. Like you are not like a player, but like the video game player. Like you are really good at this video game. I think you are really good at being different people. And I think you have mastered your character. And that's why being vulnerable and being your real self is really hard, because you've gotten maybe a lot of praise. I feel like a lot of you have gotten a really far way in your life being that character. Oh, okay. Yep. So like I'm seeing a lot of you like have gotten really like good jobs and have like gotten like really impressive either spouses or partners, or like but it's surface. It feels like a lot of your values in your life have been surface and have been very calculated based on like what society thinks or what it, you know what I mean? Like, money and a lot of focus on looks and a lot of focus on appearance and just like what it looks like to other people, maybe chasing fame, just any of that kind of stuff. But I feel like now your soul, maybe you're still in that, but your soul is like, I want to be free. I want to break out of this mask. Like, I don't want to be this character anymore. I want to be who I'm supposed to be. And so let me talk. So, okay. Spirit, yes. Okay. So spirit guides want to tell, I know this is a tough message, you guys, but this is like, this will change your life because I need you to know that I was exactly this also. And I had to go through like, took me about 3 years to completely dismantle and rebuild. And it was really hard. And just from personal experience, there were times where I was like, you start to, and you don't even know who you are anymore because you're trying to dismantle the character, but then you're like, who's the real me? And like, oh my God, steadfast, you guys. Like, if you, just real talk, if, get a therapist during that. I'm telling you, my therapist, like, she saved me. It was crazy. It was crazy sometimes moving through that. Get a therapist and work with them. I'm telling you, like, you need to talk to someone through this because it's gonna be hard. I feel like a lot of you are already in it though. I feel like a lot of you, this is not new. You're like, yep, I'm in the middle of destruction. Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm seeing the tower reversed, which is self-destruction. Like you're not, the tower right side up is usually like, oh shit, your life's gonna get blown up from the outside. But this is like you chose to self-destruct. Like you chose to dismantle yourself. Wow. That's amazing. Congratulations, pile one. Two. Why did I say one? Two. Well, pile one, if you're here watching, also pile two, congratulations to you as well. But pile two, congratulations. Oh my God. Oh, I want to clap for you really bad, but I don't want to break the energy circle here. Okay, so let me give you some what spirit wants you to know about this in that case, your spirit guides. And these are all angels, by the way. If you work with spirits or spirit guides, just know that these are all angels. I don't know if you needed that for confirmation. They specifically wanted me to tell you that. And there are a lot of angels here who have been your guardians for your whole life. So okay, and this message isn't for everyone, but I feel like a few of you have gone through quite a few like near-death experiences or like times where your life flashed before your eyes or I don't know, or maybe like you got really on the wrong track at a certain time and like angels brought you back, like literal miracles happened to bring you back. They want you to know like we're the ones, like we've been with you forever. Even if you haven't felt them. This is deep. These are like deep ties to you. Call upon them because yeah, it's like, call upon the earth too. Like you need life force energy. I'm feeling like you're pretty drained and you might be drained a lot. And so call upon, and a few of you charge under the sun. I forgot what that's called, but use the sunlight. You can charge under the sun, or if you charge using the earth, like sit on the grass and just breathe in. Yeah. Charge yourself back up. Nourishing foods, take care of your physical body, yoga, fitness, whatever it is. But do more recharging because I feel like you're doing a lot. I feel like you're pushing hard. I feel like you do have a lot of like fire energy. You're really pushing. But also like, let's rest a little bit. Let's like, the thing is you're so big. You're like, again, 11th house, just like huge energy. And when we create a persona to fit in, we put ourselves in a tiny little box. And someone like you with this like lion energy and this like vast, vast energy, someone like you can't be in a little box like that. You can't. And so that's the misconception, is that if we have the money and the fame and or whatever, if we have the body and whatever you're going for, then we're gonna like really shine. And it's the opposite. You put yourself in a little box and then you give the key to random people on the internet or whoever to like give you approval. It's not it. Oh, it's not. Okay, so if you're new to Reiki readings, or my Reiki readings, basically when I start feeling like the bubble wants to get smaller, so I'm giving Reiki to this pain of yours. So even if you can't feel it, it's happening, and when it's been heard, when I've said all I need to say, it starts to get smaller. Like I start feeling like my hands want to come together. And then I just kind of do it until I feel resistance again. And then that's like another message that we're going to get. Okay. But they do want me to talk more about this card. So, innovation. Yeah, the individuality word. So the 4 words are innovation, discovery, individuality, technology. The individuality word is really like, oh, and there's a little Aquarius symbol at the top, which is the 11th house. Oh, that's exciting. Okay. Oh, wow. That's cool. I love when it comes full circle like that, or when those kind of connections happen. Okay. So the individuality, it's like, be as seen as you possibly can. Be your absolute authentic self. But we're not quite there to do like your deepest authentic self yet, but just like go against external approval. When you feel yourself being like when you feel yourself being pulled to that, just go against it. And it's funny because I just said this to pile 1 for something that also made sense for me to say that, but I sometimes no one say anything in the comments being like, no, you don't, like blah blah. I'm not looking for like attention here. I'm just telling you the truth, which is that sometimes I feel like my face is like a man's face, and I know everyone's like, no, it's not. It's a woman's face. I know that. It's called body dysmorphia. And so I struggle with that. And so I always put makeup on, at least mascara on, so that I can feel like I look more feminine. But today I didn't do that because I could feel that I was like, oh shoot, I feel like my hair's really like weird today. And like, I feel like a man. And I said, no, I don't look like a man. Okay. And I'm not going to do that. So that's what I mean by like push against it. So then I didn't. I just said, I'm going to be makeup free today, even though I desperately want the mascara. I'm not going to do it because I'm not giving in to my old ways. So I feel this for you. I feel like just push against your old ways. Something about money here too. Let's feel it. I don't know if you're like worried about the money aspect of this. Like, I don't know if you're about to give up like a really like lucrative job, or you're about to leave someone who's rich, or like, I feel like for some of you, you're about to give up like a money thing because of this. Obviously be smart. Don't like quit your job if you literally don't have any money, obviously. But okay, so 2 messages. If you have the money to get out of whatever situation, if you know you're going to be good, but it's more the emotional thing that's hard, then do it. Cut it off. Go for it. Like push yourself. Just get it done. Just rip the Band-Aid off. If you don't have the money, then keep working on saving and like lowering your spending while you stay in that situation. Again, I don't know your situation. I'm thinking about career right now. Like if you hate your job and you really want to leave, but you're like, shoot, I like really financially can't leave right now. It's like, then there is a reason you're still meant to be there, and just let yourself be calm in the fact that like you are being looked after. I promise you, if you came across this reading, you are looked after, because the people who are drawn to me always have really powerful spirit guides, really powerful angel, really powerful team. And you need to let your team in. The angels don't just come out of nowhere and like just do everything for you, right? Like you have to let them in and believe that they're going to help you. So the more you can believe that it's not just you, that you have people like in your corner that want to help you and are there for you, and that's in 3D and beyond, that's what's going to help you the most. Like my hands really want to come together now. That's what it is. You don't need to feel alone. You don't need to feel like, man, this is a message across the board today. You don't need to feel like you're doing it all by yourself. Summon the energy within you. Summon the feeling of being connected to source, being connected to the world around you and in your guides. Like Connect with them. Let them into your heart. I feel like a lot of you don't let them into your heart. You're just so closed off, you know? Let them into your heart. Let love into your heart. Oh, yep. Oh, my hands like really want to come together now. Let love into your heart. Let it be love. Oh, not yet. There's one more thing in here. What is it? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. This is directly from your spirit guides. Whatever it is, it's not your fault. It's your responsibility to fix, but it's not your fault. You don't need to play the blame game. You don't need to take responsibility for, you know, something other people have done to you. It's like you're like this because you had to be at one point, you know, like when you were a child or whatever. You did this because you had to be that. You had to wear that mask. You had to be that person to survive. And now I'm really feeling like you don't have to survive. Well, how should I say? Like, you're ready to thrive. You don't have to be in survival anymore, you know? You don't have to be in survival. Like, it's time for you to switch to thriving, but you can only thrive when you stop being afraid of what other people are thinking about you and what people are going to say and all that kind of stuff, okay? One tiny little message left for you here. Discovery. Discover new things. Yeah. Discover new things. Discover, like, I feel like new hobbies are waiting for you. New passion projects. That's how you can bring source love back into your heart too, if it's hard for you. Do things that just make you light up. That just make you like, wow, this is so cool. And it could be something from childhood, like drawing or painting or like playing music, playing guitar, like singing or, you know, instrument, whatever creative thing, like get back into it. Because I feel like, again, I feel from so many of you that you're like very successful and you're very professional and you go for it. Like you're really like go-getter type person, which is amazing. But I need you to understand that you can still be that, being authentic. It's not that you become your authentic self and suddenly you want to go be like a Buddhist monk. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's like you become your authentic self and then you actually become even more powerful and more successful than you were before, but way less effort because you're not pushing against the resistance of who you actually are. Do you know what I'm saying? This is huge, you guys. Pile 2. Now I can clap for you. Also, if any of you are single, I just heard really powerfully, love is coming. Like love is coming. It's just that you're wearing a mask. How are they supposed to see how are they supposed to see you? You know? It's like Cinderella at the freaking thing, you know? It's like, he's like, oh, this slipper belongs to my love, but he saw her like all dressed up. And now he's looking for her. And he's like, what? I thought she was all dressed up. And then he sees like Cinderella like normally. And he's like, is that her? I don't know. You know, it's like confusing. So he, or whoever, they saw you. They know your soul. I feel like this person knows your soul. And so they're looking for your soul, but you're not showing your soul. You're not showing your vulnerable self because you're showing the facade. So I think a lot of you are going to end up with someone that is wildly opposite than what you normally go for. If you're not single, then obviously that's not for you. But if that's a thing, if love is a thing for you, that you're trying to figure that out right now, number one, there is like there is a person for you. I hate to say soulmate because I feel like soulmate isn't tied to like romantic. You can have like so many different types of soulmates, but I do feel like there is like a romantic co-creator for you. And they're there and they're looking for you and they're ready for you. And they're like, I don't see them. I don't see them. Where are they? So the more you can move to your authentic self, keep practicing, be authentic, push against it as much as you can. Push against the need for the validation and within like, what do you want to do? Even like be kind of like funny with it, you know, like maybe when you were young, like as a child, you were obsessed with unicorns. Maybe like, you know, go get like a Lisa Frank unicorn journal and like write in it. You know what I mean? Do things like that your inner child would be like delighted to have. Spoil them. Spoil them. That's really going to help you on your way for this. Pile 2, thank you so much for being here with me. If you would like to book a private Reiki reading, the link is below. Please like and subscribe and comment. I don't know if I'm going to do these long term, so your support is appreciated, letting me know that you liked this reading and you want to see other ones. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you guys so soon. Bye-bye. Pile 3, welcome to your Reiki reading. Okay, so we got 2. I love when the cards line up. You know what I mean? That's just so satisfying. So we have Scorpio, the energy of Scorpio. If you are a Scorpio, then this is going to be like even more your reading, but it's just the energy of Scorpio, which we'll talk about in a second. And then lunar eclipse. These are from the Astro Soul Oracle deck, if you're wondering. I know it's not like super clarity on this, my little webcam here. Don't worry, one day, blow up my videos, you guys, because then one day I'm going to get a real fancy camera and then we're going to do the whole thing. Okay, so my lovely pile 3. You're going into the depths, okay? Now, let me get your pulse here for a second. Let me turn my Reiki on here. Because you are, and whether you like it or not, that's the thing. I feel resistance from you. Not all of you. But I do feel a resistance present. So if you're watching this and you are called to diving deep into your shadow and knowing like more about your like deepest self, and you're called to really deep healing and you're like, oh God, no. You just don't want to do that. I'm so sorry, but you literally have to. And I'm so sorry about that. But okay, it's filling up here. You literally have to. Okay, by the way, I'm seeing a lot of gold. Why am I seeing a lot of, do you like gold? Well, who doesn't, I guess, right? If gold is meaningful for you, I think that's like an extra confirmation that this is your reading. Also, if you are from, I don't know exactly how to say this, if you're from like a very deep culture, well, I guess everyone is, but if you're really, I don't know, if you, I guess you'll just know, like if you feel if your culture is very like magical and there's a lot of like magic in your particular culture, or if you feel that in your soul, like you have a lot of the reason I'm saying that is because a bunch of ancestors just showed up and they are like very deep in the magic. Like I feel like they are wise and they use plant medicine and gold keeps, I wonder, okay, are you a fellow Middle Easterner like me? Because obviously we're obsessed with gold. Okay, so semantics, you know, if you know, you know. I'm just going to leave it at that. But if you are really, deep in your own culture and the magic of your culture, extra confirmation, this is for you because your ancestors are all over and they are like, and I'm just feeling the energy. So it's not even, I can say like what culture, it's just general reading. So they're just showing up as light. But they are like, I do feel that they are really in tune with the earth and really in tune with the gifts of the earth, like gold, like plants. Wow, my fingertips are getting really hot. I really want to say Reiki. Reiki's big with you. If you're not at least Reiki 1 attuned, you should really think about that. Because you really connect with your ancestors through Reiki energy. And it doesn't have to be like Reiki specifically. It can just be like earth energy, but there's something, my hands have started getting really hot. So I feel like look into Reiki, okay, if you're not already into it. I don't think you have to become like a Reiki master or anything, but like at least Reiki 1 attuned, I feel like would be really good for you because this energy is really powerful. And I feel like a lot of you have been very lost for a very long time. I feel like a lot of you have been like, who am I? you've been asking yourself that profound question for a really long time. And the thing is, I feel you are authentic. I feel like you're true to yourself a lot. And that's why you feel lost, because so many people aren't true to themselves. Wow, it's a stark difference from the other piles. I feel like you show your true self, and that's what makes you feel alone. Oh, that's a tough place to be in, pile 3. That's a tough place to be in, because it's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, be fake like everybody else? You know, I'm not saying everyone else is fake, but I feel that as your inner voice. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, be obsessed with social media and, I don't know, just like gossiping and whatever. Like, do I have to get more surface level to start feeling like I'm connected to something? But what I'm feeling from you and what your spirit guides are saying is that's why you're meant to go deep, because you are meant to connect with something really powerful, like earth energy. Dude, this is humongous. This is humongous. Call upon your ancestors. If you don't work with your ancestors right now, you really have to. And if you don't have a strong spiritual practice, you have to get one, because this type of energy needs to be tapped into and cultivated over time. And I feel like some of you may have roots to cultures that you weren't like necessarily like born into specifically. So maybe like maybe your great grandparents were indigenous, but you were raised in a house where like the culture wasn't really practiced, and so you feel disconnected from it. Because I feel like a lot of you, it's in your blood, but it's not in your life. So if that's the case, like whatever it is, and I feel you, because I'm Iranian, but I grew up in the United States and my mom's American, and so I was really cut off from that aspect of the culture, and so I had to like get that on my own. I had to like go seek that out to feel connected to it again, because it was really calling me. So you really have to. So this is how you do it. It's in you. Your spirit guides are telling you. You don't even have to go. If your homeland is like somewhere else, you don't have to even physically go anywhere. Like, move inside you, because the magic is in your body. The magic is in your body. Your ancestors are with you, like within your body, the universe of your body. They're all with you. They're all around you. They're all connected to you. The earth connects you. Reconnect with them. So maybe you've been feeling them. Now, some of you are a little more advanced. I'm feeling like, they've been calling you, just been ignoring it, because you know that if you answer the call, then you have to feel all the pain from before. And by the way, there's also a lot of like ancestral pain here from a lot of, I don't know, either like, you know, whatever it is, from like war, or in whatever way, like they lost their lives brutally. That pain is also in your veins. And I feel that pain is going to be really hard to confront. Oh, man, you are brave, pile 3. You guys are brave. Wow. You guys are strong. This is like, I'm seeing it. What tarot card is that I'm seeing? Man, I'm seeing, it's sort of like strength, but something else. It's more, it's like if strength and emperor were combined. It feels like, or maybe it feels like the justice card, actually. It feels like I'm here and this is icky and it sucks, but I literally have to do this because I deserve to feel the deep connection that is going to be the reward from facing that fear. And I feel like you guys, man, I'm really picking up on you guys. Like, you face fears. That's a thing. That's what's crazy. You face fears. Like, I don't see you guys as, you know, like you can't step up to the plate in life. Like, I feel like you step up to the plate, and I really just feel a resistance to this, because it's like, God, how much more do I have to do? Or like, that could be the reason for the resistance, right? It's not that you're not willing to do the work. You're just like, God, I'm tired. And I think that's why the ancestors are coming to you being like, well, then connect with me. Let me share the load with you. Let me give you love. Man, you guys, I'm telling you, connect with this. Connect with your ancestors. Okay, so if you don't know how to do that, in your meditation, bring your body back down to your root chakra and breathe deep and open your heart and like just embody the feeling of unconditional love and then ask your ancestors to join you. That's the ritual. If you want help on that, my membership is a great place to learn all that kind of stuff. The link is below if you're interested in this kind of thing, because you really need to adopt your own rituals. And I feel like, so the reason I said earlier, you may be cut off from your culture, because some of your ancestors were telling me, we'll teach you everything you need to know. Just connect with us. You have to learn how to channel. Again, join my membership if you want to learn how to do that. Because this is like, connect with them. You're going to feel so good. Oh my God, wow. Pile 3. This is huge. This is so huge. So if you haven't seen me do Reiki readings before, look at how far apart my hands are. This means the further my hands get apart from each other, it's trying to tell you, like, this is really big and you need to like do something about this right now. It's urgent. So now I'm going to give some Reiki love to it. If you are, well, you know what? If you want to, close your eyes here and just receive the Reiki love, because you don't give yourself nearly enough credit for how powerful and strong you are. Man, because I feel like a lot of times maybe you don't feel strong because you also are empathic, you know? So it's like, it's a strength that's not honored in our society. The strength of being empathic, even though you're worn out, even though all these people are not learning their lessons and like making it your problem. You know what I mean? Like there's so many aspects of this, but you're so strong. I just want to like say that over and over again. Like I so see you. This is just, you're so impressive. And I feel like you need to know that about yourself, you know, because it just feels like there's a lot of like worn out. You're worn out. I feel like your ancestors are worn out. I feel like your bloodline's worn out. You're like, we are so tired from just like fighting and having to keep going. And the earth is screaming at you. Well, then let me carry the load. So go to the earth, you know, just the same way that I just taught you how to connect with your ancestors. Go to the earth and do the same thing. Sit on the earth, breathe in the earth through your root chakra, through your heart chakra. Be one with her. Because she wants to help you. She wants to be there for you. And I'm telling you, like, when I was doing this and I was reconnecting with my ancestors, like, I had to do the same thing. I was going in the grass every single day and just, like, breathing in that energy. And you really don't realize how much it can do for you until you do it. And they're telling you, so first of all, don't forget, lunar eclipse is May 5th. So I would do a connect with your ancestors at that time. If you're watching this May 5th, 2023. If you're watching this later than that, I mean, just any lunar eclipse will do. Or they're saying any full moon. Like, just join us on a full moon anytime. But eclipse is going to be more powerful. And just open your heart to them. Because there's so many, they're saying, like, there's so many things we need to teach you and that we want to, like, impart upon you. And we've been missing you so much, and we just want you to be back with us. We just want to hug you and love you. And yeah, we know that there's some pain in our bloodline, but there's also so much love, so much magic, so much power. And that far outweighs the pain. That far outweighs the pain. And you have been so strong in 3D, and now it's time to tap into that 5D to get those rewards for your hard work. You are very psychic. Like, you're very intuitive. If you ever doubted that about yourself, you have magic in your veins. Oh my gosh, so much magic. You are literally so magical. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I feel like you know that, but you don't execute it. Like, I feel like I'm telling you this and you're like, I know. But then why aren't you doing it? Like, where are the rituals at? You know, where are whatever avenue you want to go down, like, where's the channeling at? Where's the reading? Where's the healing? Like, why aren't you doing it? Like, that's more what I'm feeling. And it's because somewhere inside you, you just still feel so alone. Yeah. Okay, there's one more little message in here because my hands won't close all the way. You left a part of you behind, as we all do, when we're trying to figure out how to get love from the people around us when we're a child. So then we abandon the parts of us that we perceive aren't getting us attention and getting us love. That part of you wants to come back to you. Reconnect with them every day. Just reach inside you. I feel like you guys are in tune. I don't need to explain too much to you. Just like feel into your body. If you guys are into yoga, I'm getting a huge message. Get back into it if you let that slack. Because it's really important for you to get back in tune with your body. Get back in tune with anything you've let go of your body. Get back in tune with it. Because it's time. It's time to rise. It's time to be that powerful person. It's time to stand 2 feet firmly on the ground and own this earth. You know what I mean? This is your land, and wow. This is like you are here. You are here. And this is your energy and your magic, and seize it and declare it. It's yours. I feel like a lot of you too, this bloodline could be Fae. So I think most of you, the bloodline is 3D ancestors, but I feel like some of you, the bloodline is Fae. Because when they just said our land, that I tried to go in and be like, okay, like what culture are you talking about? And it was Fae that came, and they were like, we're protectors of the earth. And like some of these people are our people. If you resonate with protector of the earth, you have a lot of Fae past lives, and you have a lot of Fae spirit guides. And you should tap into that. And hopefully you'll be excited about that, because there's not a cooler spirit guide, I feel like, than Fae. Positive Fae. Otherwise, they're little tricksy hobbitses. But okay, so now I'm just going to give you some more Reiki here. Get Reiki attuned if you're not. This is powerful. You need to tap into this. Obviously, I think everyone should, but for you specifically, it's like, or whatever earth energy practices you do that are special to you, like get tapped into those. Deep breaths here. Just revere yourself, self-reverence. Revere. You are the one. You are the powerful one. Just don't forget that. Just don't forget. I feel like you're really empathic sometimes, where you feel like because you feel so much that then you're weak. That's not the case at all. There we go. You are powerful. That is power. Being able to feel emotions like that is power. Pile 3. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today. Wow. Powerful. Okay, you have your work. If you would like a private Reiki reading, you can link below for that, as well as for the membership. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm just going to kind of see what the feedback is for the Reiki reading, see if I want to do it on YouTube more and more. So please engage if you liked this. It really helps me out. Thank you guys so much for sharing your energy with me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.